welcome to the AshBee Digital Design YouTube channel. This is our first YouTube video and we are very excited because we're getting ready to launch our 2026 Life Planner. So today I'm going to show you the Modern Simplicity themed 2026 Life Planner, and I'm going to go through it pretty much page by page, showing you how to navigate through this digital planner. Here at AshBee Digital Designs, we're all about digital planning. We create clip art for our planners. We do have an Etsy shop with all of our clip art collections. We're getting ready to launch sticker books and pattern paper. So we have so much to offer you guys and we're so excited. But we want to get our 2026 planners out to you right away so you can start playing with them and get ready to decorate and start planning. So let's get started. So this is the cover of our Modern Simplicity themed planner. It is a landscape version. Right now we're only offering the landscape versions of our planners, but in the future we will be offering portrait as well. So this cover, you'll see there are 4 little boxes with pictures in it, and we will be giving you some additional covers that you can use. If you don't like this cover, you can use the other ones, or you can just simply put your own pictures in here. You don't have to use this picture. You can very easily take one of your own photos and crop it down to a perfect square and just stick it right in there. And if we have time at the end of the video, I'll show you how to do that. So to get into the planner, if you swipe left, this is going to be the first page, a place for you to put your name and a picture, picture of your family, picture of yourself, whatever you would like, and a room to decorate in this area. There is no link to this page directly. It's simply a swipe. Okay. So if we go back here and we click in the middle of our front cover, that's going to take us to our index page. So on our index page, let me go over this one. We have a word of the year. We have, I'm going to zoom in a little bit. We have our year highlights, our 2026 year at a glance, 2027 year at a glance, 2026 holidays, future planning, goal setting, quarterly goal review, master task list, Notepaper Templates, memories, finances, health and wellness, a journal, and then down here at the bottom, you have 12 notebooks. Each one of these notebooks has 3 sections in it, and you can use those notebooks in any way that you want. If you look to the side, your tabs on the side are January through December, and the little home button up here at the top takes you to this index page. Now, I will say these tabs on the side, when you start getting into your monthly sections, the tabs will change. And let me show you how that looks. If we click January, see how all the tabs are right in a line all the way to the bottom of the page? If you click January, now the tabs are only half of the side, and you have these icons off to the right. All of these icons are related to your month of January. So when I get into the monthly pages, I'm going to go into more details as to how each one of those little icons work. So let's go back to our index page, and we're going to go through these main sections first. So word of the year, you can put your word of the year at the top. You can click it and it takes you to just some prompts, just something for you to think about. You don't need to use this. It's really strictly up to you. It just kind of spurs some thoughts going on as to how you picked your word of the year. So these are: reflect on the past. How has the past year unfolded for you? What were the key experiences, challenges, and successes? In what ways did these experiences influence your choice of the word for the year? For personal growth and aspirations, how do you envision your personal growth in the coming year? What specific aspirations or goals do you have for yourself? How does your chosen word encapsulate or support these aspirations? Page 2, values and priorities. What values are most important to you at this stage in your life? How does your word align with these values? Are there specific priorities or principles you aim to emphasize or uphold through this word? Areas of focus. In what areas of your life do you feel a need for improvement or change? How does your chosen word serve as a focal point for these areas? Can you identify specific actions or habits related to your word that you want to incorporate into your daily life? And then the last page is just emotional resonance. What emotions or feelings does the chosen word evoke for you? How do you want to feel throughout the upcoming year, and how does your word contribute to these desired emotions? Are there specific moments or situations where you believe your word will have a significant impact on your mindset or attitude? So these are just questions to ask yourself if you're having a struggle trying to determine what your word of the year is. So to get back to our index page, we're going to click the little home button and we're back to the index page. Now we're going to go to 2026 year at a glance. And this is every single month, year at a glance. And every single one of these days is linked to an actual daily page. So if I click on February 14th, that's going to take me to the February 14th daily page. You'll see it up there at the top. Okay? Back to the index and our year at a glance. If you click any one of these months, it doesn't take you to a monthly section. It takes you to the future planning pages. Let me show you. January takes you to our future planning pages for January, February, March, our first quarter. If we go back there again to our 2026 year at a glance and we go to August, this is our third quarter. And I'm going to get into the future planning pages in just one moment. So on your 2026 year at a glance, every single date is linked. Every single month at the top takes you to a future planning page. And if you look, there are little dots on each of the weeks. These take you to a weekly productivity layout. Let's go to February 14th. Let's click this. And this is our weekly productivity layout for February 14th. We'll get into these layouts a little bit later. Okay? 2027 year at a glance, no links on this. It's strictly reference. It's just for reference for you and a section for notes. 2026 holidays, no links on this page, just for reference of very common holidays in the United States. And I left extra lines here if you want to add other holidays in for yourself. Future planning. These future plannings are divided up into 4 quarters. Quarter 1, quarter 2, quarter 3, quarter 4. These do not link to the days at all. The only links you have on here is up here at the top, these 4 quarters. But these are a place that these quarter planning pages can be used for so many things. I could do a whole nother video on how to use these. You can track birthdays, you can track health, you can track vacations, you can track, if you homeschool your children, you could track your kids' school schedule or upcoming events. The way I use this is I track my vacations, I track all of my family's birthdays and friends. So and any upcoming appointments that I might need. And then when I get ready to start planning for my month, I can go back to this and look and see, oh, okay, I have this, and I can take that information and put it into my monthly spread. So that's how these 4 quarterly planning pages are used. You can track steps. It'd be a really cool place to track how many steps you do each day. There's many, many, many ways that you can use these future planning pages. Okay, now we're going to go to the goal setting pages. In the goals index, I've given you 6 areas of life to create goals: personal development, career professional, relationships, spirituality and mindfulness, finance, and health and wellness. You can click any one of these boxes, and we'll click personal development, and it's going to take you to a separate personal development page that you can fill out. You can identify your goal, your motivation, what your action plan is, your challenges, your action steps, sorry about that, the due date, completed, a review, a note section, and what your reward is if you accomplish that goal, a start date and a deadline. And then at the bottom, there is an achievement progress that you could actually use your highlighter, and you could just highlight as you go. Okay, and then you can erase that, and if you've met 70%, now we highlight and we go to there. And you can easily erase these and re-highlight. If you click this quarterly review here at the top, it takes you to another page where you can identify by quarter if you want to track certain goals. Let's say you're tracking mainly your health and wellness, and you want to really zoom in on that, and you want to track how many steps you're doing per month, per quarter. You could put your health and wellness goal up here at the top, and you could identify January, February, March, how much you did, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. And I've given you 2 of these pages. You can also track more than one goal. You could track health and wellness, you could track your career, education. You could track as many as you want, as you could fit in these lines, and then identify by quarter where you are in each of those goals. If you click any one of these goals words at the top, it will take you back to your index. So all 6 of these goals, goal areas are exactly the same, except the top is different. It identifies what area of your life that goal is for. And we can go back, we can click goal here, and takes us back to our index page. If we hit finance and we hit quarterly, we're in our quarterly review, or we can go back to our goals page. We can go into health and wellness, and you can get back to your goals page real quick by just clicking goal. Okay? So let's go back to our index, and that is our goal setting and our quarterly goal review. The next page is a master task list, which is not linked at all. It's just a simple task list. That's all it is. And you can duplicate this as many times as you want, or you can use it and erase it, use it and erase it. But it's just a very simple place to, if you have a running grocery list and you want to do that in here, if you have a running to-do list and you want to move your to-dos from your master list into your monthly to-dos, you can use it that way too. Back to the index. And we go to Notepaper Templates. So in my planners, I have just pretty much plain Notepaper templates. My planners are not filled with thousands and thousands of templates to use. It's pretty basic, pretty simple. Until I see what you, the customers, want more from us as we continue to release our planners. I'm just trying to keep it very simple. I'm a very simple planning type person, and I like to keep things very simple, but I like to keep them all in one place. So you won't see a lot of different templates from me. You will see the areas of life that I felt are most important for us to track, all in one spot. So in your Notepapers template, you have lined. Then you can go down here to any of them. There's a little menu down here at the bottom. We can go to graph. We can go to dot grid. We can go to checklist. We can go to a 3-column blank, a completely blank form, or a tracker. And the tracker can be used to track anything. There is a place here to do a key, notes, and then you have January to December and day 1 to day 31. So if you wanted to track, for instance, your water, and you, I'm just gonna do a really super simple example. I'm only gonna do 3 colors. And I'm gonna write, excuse if the writing is not the best, but if I put, okay, we gotta go darker than that. Water, 8 ounces. And then we do 9 to 12 ounces. And we do 12 ounces or more. Okay? So now when I'm, you can do it at the end of the month, or you can track every single day. If I have only been doing 8 ounces a day, and we are actually in October, so I could just go in here and put my dots. And then all of a sudden I go, oh my gosh, I did a little bit more than 8, so now I'm gonna do this. Now I'm back to 8. You can use dots, you can use check marks, you can use icons. This key can be used and developed any way that you want, however you want, to track whatever you want in one spot. Okay? So that's our Notepaper templates. I'm going to jump here to the notebooks first before we get into these. Because these 4 areas, these are areas that are also tied into your monthly sections. So I'm going to very briefly show you what these pages look like, but I'm going to go into detail when we start getting into all of our months. So let's go to our notebooks. And this is the notebooks index. So like I said, you have 12 notebooks and you have 3 sections in each notebook. So all you do is you click the section header, and it will take you to a little sub-menu. And then each one of these lines, these sections, takes you to a blank page. Now, how do you know what page you're on? You look down here in the corner. You are on section 1, page 1. Okay? So you can click this and get back to your section. So I can go to section 2, or yeah, that part of section 1, page 2. I can go to page 3, and I can get back to my section, and I can click my title here and get back to my index. The index gives you like an overview of all of your notebooks. So if you have, if you're tracking a vacation, you could use one of these notebooks to track your vacation and put all of your excursions in one page, and your flights in another page, and your rental cars in another page. You could track a party event if you wanted to do that. You could put a birthday party, and you could track your guest list, your food items, and the decor that you want to buy. So those are just like 2 examples of how you can use a notebook index. and the various notebooks, but I'm sure most customers out there that are doing digital planning are so creative. They've probably come up with a million ways to use notebooks in a digital planner. Okay, so we're back at our index, and I'm just going to go through these and show you what the page looks like. So if you quickly wanted to go to memories, this is what the memories look like for every single month. They are little Polaroid frames. They have dates on them. They have the month and the year, beautiful memories day by day. And then if you want to jump quickly to another month, let's say you want to go quickly to November, you click November, and there you are for November. You want to go back to January, just click January. These are all linked to a memories page for that respective month. If you go to finances, this is a very simple finance page. It's not anything fancy. I know a lot of people track their finances in QuickBooks, or they use a very simple spreadsheet, or they use something a very simple app on their phone. This is only there if you want to use it. You do not have to use every single page in your digital planner. Remember that. And don't feel guilty if you don't. These are here for you if you want to use them. They're tools for you so that they're available to you, but you do not have to use each one of these. So in my finances page, I have bills and expenses, a due date, the bill or expense, the budget, the actual amount, and a little checkbox to indicate it was paid. Debt payments would be for like a student loan or a credit card, your income, your source and the amount, your savings, and just a little summary of what your total income was, your bills and expenses, the difference, any of your debt payments, and your savings, and what you have left at the end of the month. If you want to get a little bit more in depth with your finances and you want to track your transactions, I do have a transaction log for you. You click transaction log and it takes you to the next page. And in here you can put the date, the category of the finance. For instance, do you track your groceries, your rent, your utilities, your vacation planning, or you're saving for vacation, and then what your bill or expense is and the amount. Now remember, none of this adds up automatically. It doesn't total for you. It doesn't move a total from this form to this form. This is a PDF planner. It is not any kind of a Google sheet or an Excel spreadsheet. So you have to do the adding for yourself when you're in any of these forms. If you want to go to another finance page, you can quickly get to March, December, July, June, back to January. You can quickly jump from month to month by clicking any of these links. You can also do that by clicking any of these links in the transaction logs. So if you want to go to a May transaction log, or a December, or a February, and as I said before, you can duplicate these pages as many times as you want. Okay, health and wellness, super simple, plain sheet. It tracks 31 days, the month and the year, a notes section. And what do you use this for? You can use this to track your water. You can track your steps. You can track your medications. You can track symptoms that you're having. All you need to do is identify them here on the side. And if you track medications, for instance, you can put here medications. And if you're taking your vitamin D, vitamin C, and whatever. If you have a cholesterol med that you need to take, right? Cholesterol, you would put the name in there. And then each day that you take it, you can it's your choice. You can either, dot it that you took it, or you can also, let me make this a little bit smaller. You can check mark it like this when you get it done. Or if you have, for instance, if you're tracking some symptoms, let's do symptoms, because you want to track before you go to the doctor. So let's say headache, back pain, and you want to track when that has occurred. You can just simply write what the symptom is, and on the date that it happens, put a check mark, And then what I would suggest, so that you can remember when you go to the doctor, is make a little note down here and put like 1/7/26, headache, 4 hours, took Tylenol, whatever. And that way, when you go to the doctor, you've got everything there in one spot that you can show the doctor, and you can have that conversation, and he can give you a plan to get you back on track. Now, in addition to this, particular page, there is down here at the bottom is doctor appointments. So if you click doctor appointments, it will take you to a page called doctor appointments, where you can identify everything that happened during your appointment with your physician. You're going to know that you're in the January section by looking up here. It's highlighted. Doctor appointments for January is highlighted, but you can jump to any of these by clicking the month. Okay, so let's go back to January. And in the doctor appointments, you have visit details, which has your date and your appointment time, your provider, your specialty, why you're going, any concerns, what your vitals were, your new diagnosis, your additional notes, any changes to your medications. There's 2 sections here, and any tests that were ordered is right here. Okay? So you can click back and forth to all of your doctor appointments month by month, because they're all actually in this planner back to back. Okay? And if you want to go back to your health and wellness, you just swipe right, and you're back to your health and wellness. Okay, and journal is exactly what it says. It's a journal. It's just a monthly page that you can use to journal if you are a journal person. Many people are journal people. They like to journal by hand, which I totally understand that. I used to do that. But now I do everything on an iPad. I literally take my iPad everywhere I go. Because I do journal, I use my iPad like a scrapbook. I use my planner, a place to keep all my appointments, and of course do all my planning. But it's also a record keeping tool for me. It's a place for me to go back and look at what happened in the past year. It's a reference. I can go back there and reference things, and I do put a lot of pictures into my planners as well. So in the journal section, you have all of the months at the bottom, so you can jump from month to month very easily. There are 2 journal pages. I'll go back to January. There's the line page, and then if you scroll left, there are 6 sections with little pictures on them. So you could use this for 5 days of the week and the weekend, or you could use it for, I meant 5 weeks or 6 weeks. You could use this by week. You could duplicate this and you could use it by day. and you would have all of your days available that you could put a picture and you could put a little journal. It's just a little extra page, you know, to give you to actually put a picture and journal about that picture if that's what you want to do. Okay, so that pretty much took us through all of this, and we went through this, and we went through all of the notebooks, okay? Let me also tell you that if you tap any page in this planner in the top, it will close your planner to the front page. Any page, it will close it right away, okay? Okay, so now we're going to start getting into the months. We're going to go look at our monthly views and our monthly sections. And like I told you, the monthlies, the sidebar is going to change when you get into the monthlies. So when you click any of these tabs, it's going to take you to a monthly divider. Let me show you. This is a monthly divider right here. If we go back, July, do you see how the sidebar has changed when I click into my monthlies? The first page I get in any monthly section is my divider. And this particular sidebar is only in the monthly sections. It is not in any of these. It is not in any of these. It is not in your notebooks. If you remember, if we go to Year at a Glance, we have our monthly tabs, right? If we go to our notebooks, we have our monthly tabs, all the months, all the way down the row. If we go to Notepaper, we have our monthly tabs. However, if we go to a Memories page, you have a monthly tab. The monthly tab looks different. So we're going to start at January. The front page is a divider. And just to give you, I'm going to show you how to use these dividing pages as soon as we get through a complete month. I show you all the pages in the month, how you can decorate these. So down here at the bottom, you have these little icons on every single monthly page. So this is calendar 1, calendar 2, calendar 3. I give you 3 monthly calendars for every single month in this planner. And the reason I do that is because sometimes we need to track our husband's calendar, and sometimes we need to track our kids' calendar. Sometimes we want to track our personal and keep our work separate. So I give you 3 of them. You do not have to use all 3, but I give you 3 of them so that you can choose how you want to use those. This little icon right here is for reflections. And a reflection page in the paper planning world might be very similar to a currently page. It's sort of reflecting on what happened during the month. And when we get into that, I'll show you what that page looks like. The little camera is the memories page, which I've already shown you what that looks like. The little $sign is your finance page. The little stethoscope is your health and wellness. And the little notepad is your journal. So these 4 right here, these 4, we've already seen what the actual pages look like because they're also on the front index for quick access. Okay, so you click any month, you get a front cover. That's page 1. I want to go to my first month. I want to go to my calendar page, so I'm going to just use this one. And this is what your calendar page looks like. There is no sidebar for notes. I tried to make this give you as much room as possible so that you can get everything that you want on your monthly calendar. Okay? So you have this one, you have number 2, you have number 3, and you can also scroll. There's calendar 1, calendar 2, calendar 3. Okay? We're going to go through all of these first. The currently, this is the reflection. It's not a currently, it's a reflection, sorry. It's a reflection page. So this is for January reflecting, our goals check-in, the highlights of the month, your health, what went well, what I need to improve, any celebrations, any big news for the month, what you're watching, feeling, reading, loving, listening to, and excited for. And that's kind of just a one-page summing up your month. And you can also get to any of these reflection pages for a different month by clicking the month at the top. If you wanted to scroll and just look through all your reflection pages at once, you could do that. You can also decorate any of these pages. I personally decorate everything. I love to decorate my planner with clip art, with functional boxes, with washi tape, all of that. I love to decorate everything. And in the future, we are going to be doing weekly Plan With Me's because we're going to release more clip art collections, and we're going to be releasing sticker books that match those clip art collections as well. So you're going to be seeing me every week, you guys, because I want to do Plan With Me's with you to show you how I decorate. Doesn't mean you have to do it that way, but it just might give you a little bit of inspiration, okay? So this is our January monthly calendar. Every single day of the week is linked to a daily page. So every single month has a daily page, and it has 2 weekly pages per week. Yes, 2. So I'm going to take you to the weekly pages first. This is our monthly. To get to our productivity weekly, we click the top dot. And there's our productivity weekly page. It's got Monday to Sunday. It's got lines here to do a to-do list, a meal plan, whatever you want to use it for. You can use this as a checklist. You could use as a little habit tracker, an empty space for decor or a quote, or put a sticky note in there, and another empty box up here. And then you have a little tiny mini calendar down here on this particular page, of which all of these days are linked. So if I wanted to go quickly to January 12th, I can do that. If I want to get back to that first week productivity, I can click week 1 up here, and it'll take me there. Okay, let's go back to our monthly calendar. And the second weekly layout that I give you is a vertical. Vertical layouts are very, very popular in the paper planning world. Happy Planners have them. Many planning companies have the vertical layout, and I personally love the vertical layout because it's so much fun to decorate, and it's just very easy to use. So your calendars are going to be a Sunday start month, but a Monday start week. In all of our planners right now, it's a Sunday start month and a Monday start week. And on this particular layout, you're going to see Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday is, do you see how it's not bolded? That means that this particular week starts on Thursday, the 1st. If you go to the next week, all of these will be bold. All of these will be bold. All of these will be bold. And the last week of the year will be bold because it's the entire week. Okay? When we go to the vertical layout, you'll see the days this says up here for this particular week, it starts on the 29th of December. And these days are not as bold. They're very subtle. And then these days are darker, indicating, okay, January 1 starts on a Thursday. So we have Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday of this week, ends on the 4th. In the vertical layout, you've got a sidebar that has lines and a little bit of dot grid at the bottom. And every single one of these days links to a daily page. So if I click Thursday, I'm on Thursday the 1st. Okay, if I click the 4th, I'm on Sunday the 4th. And since we're now in our daily pages, I'm going to go back to our month, and let's go to the 13th of January. This is your daily page. Every daily page looks this way. It's identified with the month, the date, the day of the week, and these up here, those are links to your productivity weeks. These are links to your vertical weeks. Okay, let me show you. So if I want to go to the week, my productivity week that the 13th falls in, it's highlighted, it's the 3rd week. So I just click that and I'm in that week. If I want to go to my product or my vertical layout, I click the one that's darkened and I'm in my vertical layout, and there's the 13th Tuesday. I want to go back to Tuesday, there I'm at. If I want to go to another, I can go to any one of these vertical weeks. I could go to the following week, and here is the 19th to the 25th. I could go to the day, the 25th, and it's highlighted for that vertical week. I could go to the 19th. I could go into week 1. I can go to another day. I can, literally, you can get to a day, a week, a month in one click in this planner. It's pretty simple, pretty easy. Now, how do you use the days, the dailies? This section right here is for a schedule. I purposely did not put timelines on the schedule, like label it 6 a.m. to 7 p.m. because we all have different schedules, and we may not fill up that entire box with appointments. I mean, how many of us have that many appointments, through the day that we need to document all that? So I left it blank so that you can put in your time and your appointment right in there. This is a top priorities box, or a grateful for box, or whatever you want to use it for. You could literally, you could do top 3. You can put in here your schedule, and then you could do this box as your to-do list. And then this side of the page right here is really, it's a free-for-all. You can use it in any way that you want. You can decorate it, you can add more things to it, you can add more checklists that you need to do. If you start using our sticker books, when we start releasing those, we will have checklist boxes that you can put in here if you need more than this. So it's pretty open, how you want to do this. You can also use these boxes, these 3 boxes, any way that you want, but this is how I use them. I use this for my schedule. I use this one actually not for my top 3. I use this for gratitude. I write one thing I'm grateful for every single day in this box. So I would put in here, grateful for, and then I write in there every single day what I'm grateful for. So it's really up to you how you want to use your daily page. Okay, so how do we use the sidebar when we're in our monthly calendar? Okay, if you quickly want to go to your memories page, you can click, you know that you're in the January section, and this is where it gets a little tricky. It's not hard once you know what you're doing. It gets a little tricky. You will know what month you're in when you look at the page because it's going to say January. So all of these are January pages right now as you're clicking, okay? So I want to go to my January finance. I just click that and I'm in January finance. If I want to go to my January memories, I click here and now I'm in my January memories. But now all of a sudden I want to look at my September memories. Okay, now all of this is now reflecting September because you're in September here. So if I want to go to my September, I'm in my September memories and I'm like, oh shoot, I need to go back to my January sidebar. You can easily click January here and you're in your January sidebar. Or you can click January here and you're in your January sidebar. I hope that makes sense. Okay, let's do it again. Let's try with April. Okay, April, page 1 is my divider page. The next page is my first calendar, then my second calendar, then my third calendar, and then it's going to start taking me into my weeks. So I would go to my productivity week. I could go to my vertical week, and I'm still in April. See, this is March, April. So March, there's 2 days in March here, and April starts on a Wednesday. You can still click this day, and it will take you to that March 30th day. There you go. But then you say, oh my gosh, I need to get back to April. Okay, just go into April and go back to your weekly spread, your vertical spread. And then I'm in April. I know I'm in April because the April dates are darker than the March. So I know I'm in April. I can go to my April health. I can go to my April memories. I can go to my April number 2 calendar, my April number 3 calendar. I can go to my April journal. But I need to record something for December. Okay, let's go to December and go to our monthly calendar. And we want to write in here Christmas. Okay? But now I need to get back to April. Just as if you would flip through your planner, if you had a paper planner, you're just going to quickly click April. And now you're into everything April because April is identified here. Okay? So when you're in any of these pages, look at the month that you're in, and that is indicating to you what these are all going to click to. If you are in April and you click any one of these will click April. So if we click April Finance, again, you're in April, these are going to click April. So I'm going to click April Health and Wellness. I'm back to Health and Wellness. I'm going to click my April Memories. I'm in my April Memories. So I know this is the identifier to the sidebar for the page that you're in. That's the best way to explain it. To know what month you're in, look at this month, and this sidebar will be indicative of that month. Anything you click when it says April will take you to April. See, we can go to April monthly. There we go. April memories. Now, let me say one thing about the memories page. every single one of these days is designed to put one photo for each day, something that you want to remember for the day. These are also linked directly to the date. So if I click 2/5, it's going to take me to page to that day in my planner, 2/5. I can go back to my memories and I can click 2/18. I'm on 2/18. Go back to my memories and I can click 2/8 and I'm in 2/8. Okay? So that is how we use our planner. You have sections here, and when you click into a monthly section, you are getting literally a different section of the planner that has a different sidebar with all of your little icons representative of that month. Now, I wanted to show you very quickly. I'm just going to quickly do it. For instance, if we wanted to decorate, you can use these divider pages any way you want. You could put Post-it notes on it and just make notes all month long, and then when you're ready to decorate your monthly spread, or you're ready to start planning, you have all your notes right here, and then you can just transfer them right over to your monthly spread. Or you can use them decoratively. You can decorate them. So I'm going to take you to my personal 2025 planner, and I'm going to scroll through the monthly dividers and show you how I have decorated them. Now remember, this is 2025, and yes, we did have this planner in 2025, but I didn't release it because I was testing it and seeing if it was something that I personally would use all year long. And I thought, well, if I can use it all year long, maybe my customers will like it and they could also use it. So I decorate my monthly covers. So this is January, and all the clip art that you see in my spreads is all clip art that I myself have created or members of my team have created. So this is January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October. This is our newest collection called Black Cat Halloween Party. So this is kind of how I decorate my monthly dividers, and I will continue to do this into 2026 as well. Okay, so that is our 2026 Modern Simplicity Planner Landscape. I am personally using an iPad Pro 13-inch and an Apple Pencil, and I use the application Noteful. However, these PDFs will work on many different devices, and they will work in many apps. If you have GoodNotes, if you have Notability, if you have Zoom Notes, these planners will also work in any of those applications as well. My preference is Noteful, and I personally have an iPad Pro with my Apple Pencil. Oh, I was going to show you how you could put in pictures into this. Let me see if I can find a picture real quick. Okay, so this is a birthday cookie. So if I wanted to crop this and stick it in there, I want to crop it like a square. And you know, the more you do this, the better you get at it. It takes me some time even to try and, oh gosh, how am I going to, fit that in? And I want to crop it down a little bit more. Oh, a little bit more. There we go. Yeah. Okay, there. Very simple. So you could put whatever picture you want over here, right on the top of it. And it doesn't matter. Put pictures of your kids, pictures of your favorite vacation, or whatever you like. You can put right inside these little frames. And then if you don't like it, just delete it and just get rid of it. Okay, and it's back to the regular cover. Okay guys, that's it. I hope I explained the planner well enough for you. These planners we are hoping to release the week of, hold on a minute, let me check. The week of the 19th. Oh, there's a monthly calendar that I decorated. Anyways, we're trying to release these the week of the 19th. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and our website is almost done. It's gonna launch very soon. As soon as it launches, I will post something on YouTube really quick to just let you know that the website is launched. We are gonna have a VIP club on that website, which is gonna give you the best bang for your buck if you wanna buy any of our products. So you're gonna wanna check that out. And don't forget to visit our Etsy shop. It's Etsy. It's on the Etsy platform, AshBee Digital Designs. And we would love to have you come and join us and subscribe to our channel and keep looking for more videos from me, because I plan to do a lot of plan with me's, decorating, using stickers, using our Clipart, just all the things. It's just a really fun little hobby to have. I've enjoyed talking with all of you, and I'll catch you later. Take care. Bye-bye.